Okay, cool. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm running my Selenium server. So how I will run a Selenium server is like this, simple. Okay, so this is the command to run your Selenium server. Okay, in a remote mode, write it down. How to run?
I'm finding it quite difficult today, so not catching a lot of points.
Anyway, I'm recording it, right? You can do it. Okay.
This is a shell file which you're going to.
I kept in a shell file, but you can run it normally also.
You're just using the bash file. You're just running the
Yeah. Okay, so how to? So yeah, I mean, coming back to the context of our remote WebDriver. Okay, I'll talk about remote WebDriver. Is a remote WebDriver. This is a concept called remote WebDriver. Remote WebDriver is is used when the browser and the executor and the Java executor are in different machines. Remote WebDriver is a super class of uh, Firefox driver, Chrome driver, Firefox driver dot Chrome, uh, Firefox driver, Chrome driver, superclass. Okay, where we can change the IP address of the target Selenium server. Okay. In case of Chrome driver, same remote WebDriver is invoked. However, in a local environment implicitly. In local environment implicitly. Local environment implicitly. Okay. Next, in remote WebDriver, we have to set the capabilities. We have to set the capabilities. Including the browser name as a mandatory parameter, and followed by optional parameters like browser version, platform, security settings, what else you can set? Yeah, that's it. You can run it. Okay. And a URL of the Selenium server. Okay. Okay, so that is what I did. Okay, so now see that I'll tell you two things, right? Capabilities and Selenium Server. So how to run a Selenium Server? Normally like this. See this. See that? I need to download the jar file from internet, Selenium standalone server. Okay, and run this command. It will run your Selenium server. Okay, in port about 4444. So the same thing you are doing the same thing. You are opening a browser, local browser, right? I'm decoupling it. Server and your client. Client is your ID, IntelliJ ID, where you are executing. Server is something which is running separately. Now if I give as a true, see what happens. Okay, because I did like this, now it will connect to that. Okay, give me 1 minute. Okay, it will connect to that. Okay, give me 1 minute. Oh, why it was failing. Give me 1 minute. We had not done here, right? So it will, see, it is like this. So, see guys, see, this is the capability object, and we need to give the, see, if it is what I am saying, if it is browser is equal to Chrome, so I am setting that particular capability is equal to Chrome, and I am setting the security settings which I just said, and I am setting the platform settings, and then I am giving that object here, and as well as automation constant dot Selenium Grid URL. So the grid URL right now is what I need to give the URL that this guy is talking about. Okay, so where he is, what he is saying about, he is taking that it is running here, right? So the grid URL is, grid is nothing but the server which is running separately. So what I will do now here is I will make this as localhost 4444. Okay, 4444. If I do this, what happens? It is now. Oh, sorry. Okay, I have, give me 1 minute. I'll just there's some setting missing. No, it is still. It is still here. Okay, give me 1 minute. Grid started null. Okay. Oh, let me debug it once. 1 minute. I mean, this is the old framework I had taken. Maybe there may be something which got changed or something like that. Okay. Okay, so this is the capabilities. Firefox. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. Okay, it's failing here, right? So grid started. So this happened. It came here. Browser dot equals to get property. Oh, okay. So it's this get property. Okay. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'll tell you what is the problem is. Okay, so I mean there's a lot of upgrades happen, so I'm just looking into that. Okay, yes, okay. So yeah, now it opened in a distributed environment. So now you can see that okay, so now you can see that the same thing happened, but it is now running in a two different places. One is in server and one is the client. Okay, you won't see the difference because I'm running here. But if your two machines are connected, I can run the server here and I can run the IntelliJ here. Click on a button, you can see the results in your. You can see the browser opening there and getting the results back here.
You will be connected to the same server.
Yes. Okay, but you should be in the internet. Your IP address should be
Internet.
accessible from here. That is a big problem. I can't emulate right now because we are not in internet. If you are in office, you are internet. You can talk to that IP address. That IP address can talk to you. At that point, it's work. Okay, not what it's
It's intranet.
internet. We can't access intranet where you can access that IP directly. Okay. Anyway, so that is about that guy. So that is about your thing. Okay, so that is about your Selenium Grid. The same thing, the same server. If you are running it in the cloud, that is called Selenium Grid. That we will talk next week. Okay, instead of in-house machine, you want to run in cloud. Okay, somewhere in
Remote.
yeah, in Source Labs or where you got a lot of other things. Okay, we need to run our different
But
browsers.
that's outside the internet.
Yes. Yeah, it's on the cloud. I'll tell about that next week. But if you're running in the cloud, that is called Selenium Grid. If you're running in your local machine separately, it's called remote WebDriver. The same machine means it is called normal Firefox driver. That's three things. Firefox driver, local machine. In a local driver is equal to local machine. Okay. If it's running local in your local machine, that will be a local driver which will be invoked using the new Chrome driver or a new Firefox driver. It will be
local machine.
Local machine, and which can be invoked by creating new Firefox driver or new Chrome driver. Okay, that is the thing. Second thing is remote WebDriver. Okay, in remote WebDriver, it will work in intranet, where intranet by pointing to some other machine, pointing to some other machine where the Selenium server is running. Where the Selenium server is running.
This is using IP.
Yeah, using the IP address.
Same IP address, isn't it?
Yeah. The IP address of the place where the server is running. Okay. Third thing, Selenium Grid. In Selenium Grid, the client will connect to cloud-based cloud-based Selenium server. Which will be a hub of Selenium server, which will be a hub of multiple Selenium servers, which are connected in the cloud. Examples. Okay, examples are Source Labs and Browser Stack. Yeah, they both are same. Browser Stack. Okay. I'll show you. Okay, Source Labs is the ultimate, is the biggest Selenium Grid ever. Okay, you can see that. So yesterday what happened? I'm doing a release. So I want to run my same test across different browsers, different environments. Okay, see this?
Including the different versions of the.
Yes. So because normally in your local machine we can't have multiple versions, we can't have different operating systems, we can't have Mac, we can't have Windows, we can't have Linux at the same. So now what the Sauce Labs or Selenium Grid will do is you can run your Selenium server anywhere in the world. All the Selenium servers you can connect to the single point. That's called Selenium Hub, and you can give the hub to your hub as a remote WebDriver to your particular code. So your code will only talk to the hub, and it will think that is a Selenium server. It's like a case 2 only. It will think you are connected to Selenium server, not here or other machine. It will go and try to ping. But Selenium Grid is such a capability that immediately after your request, say here like this, it will think, okay, so this guy is asking about in Linux Chrome, and that to 48 version. Within that microseconds, it will search for the complete server pool that it have, because it is nothing but a list of server pools. So every server is like on one Mac machine, you will run a server and you will point out to that machine. You will run your thing in your Windows machine and you will point it to her machine. And Tushar will have a Linux machine and point it to you. And German will have an iPhone where he can run a Selenium server and connect it to you. So everybody will enroll to you. And what Visva will do, he said, okay, I have everything connected, I can sell my services. Now you will tell the remaining people in the class, if you want to test in iPhone, connect to my machine, you won't give his name. So she will run the automation script pointing to you. You will now do a rota pooling. You will search for available. Okay, and if he is active, he will request. If these two guys, example Anit and as well as GMR, have the same phones, they both enroll to you. Then you will see which one has having a some kind of space. If she is running a script, you will send to him. Immediately she is asking the same script to you, saying that I want to run an iPhone. Then that guy is busy, so it will to him. So you are like a traffic controller. The Selenium Grid is nothing but this controller. It's a traffic controller. It itself cannot do anything, but you need to have a different servers connected, and different people have to ask the request. So yesterday what happened? I connected to my Sauce Lab because this is a controller. That controller had sent my request to somewhere else. What happened? See, this is some script it was running. See what happened? Now it connected to that virtual machine. See what happened? It connected to some other version. What is this? It is Linux. Do I have a Linux in my box? No. But still my tests are passed. How? Because I was using my Selenium Grid, where it is Linux connection. Somewhere had this guy. This is a physical box. You can see that physical Linux box. Okay. Or no, sir, I want to run in Windows and Firefox, because that is one of our configuration. So I had run there also. Did I change my IP address? No. I was always connected to Visva. Visva is nothing but Sauce Labs. Okay, see. This is your Windows and Firefox. You all know how much I hate Windows, right? But still I need to run, legal obligation, right? Okay. To run the class. Okay, to do my work.
So you need to create an ID
To run the class.
Yeah. So yeah, for Sauce Labs, there's an URL that guy had given, which I just kept in my framework. Yeah, this one, right? See, this is my ondemand.saucelabs.com. This is the URL, and I need to have a key, right? Because I had paid a lot of money for them. I got a key, the password. So this is my username and password at the rate of ondemand.saucelabs.com at 80. If I said that, now my request went to that guy. That guy, this Sauce Labs is like, okay, this guy is authenticated, perfect. And I got a request for this. Pardon?
He can use the connected servers if he has paid. And
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So like this, I had run in Windows, Safari on Windows also. Okay. Which I was never think about. Okay. It's a paid service. However, if you want, I can show you. I can manually also run this. See this. Now it is asking that this is a URL that you want to test. Now tell me which where you want to run. Now tell me which version, which resolution, which operating system. So you can see that there are thousands of small servers connected to this Selenium source labs. So that grid is such big. See this on Windows, how many are connected?
So what happens if no one is connected to Windows 7 or no one is given that authentication to source lab for that particular browser, like for particular version?
They will do it. They have their own servers. They will do it. It's all virtual machines. Okay, so they will invoke virtual machine connect so that everybody will be happy. Okay, but if you have more people, then they will invoke more. It's all cloud based things. Okay, see now it is. So now it had the system is sleeping. It woke up that particular system and it opened that browser. See now you can see that Internet Explorer on so and so version. So what I will do, I can go and the same thing I can do manually also, and automation also I am doing. See that? See the drop downs and other old style, isn't it? Okay, so that thing. This is all this is on Internet Explorer. Okay, complete my test. Stop it. That's it. It will stop. So that server will disconnect from me. Okay, so that is about that.
Use the report.
Yes, report is it's just like local machine only. Okay, whatever the local machine that works, it will give the report. The same thing. It don't see that your thing that your compiler is here. The server is there. So both are connected through the wire protocol using HTTPS. But your Java code will never go there. Okay, and your reports will never go there. It will as if like you're running locally only. Okay. So okay, I think the last thing is yes. So and the final thing that I was where is this questions? Okay, the final thing is about utils, right? Okay, so I think I just written something here. Yeah, waits and selects. So as he said, there are a lot of explicit and implicit waits, and we need to always run the different kind of waits, right? Instead of that, what I created a one small function called class called utils, where it's a static. Everything is static because I just want to access them. You can see that I am writing some methods which are nothing but example. If you want to select a drop down, what normally we have to do in Selenium, create 2 lines of code, right? Instead of three lines of code. Instead of that, what I did, I had created one more method, select from drop down directly without no need to write 2 to 3 lines of code. Okay, for an example, we got a problem of is element present. There is nothing like is element present in here. Okay, so that we can write or wait for element. So normally what he did, we did that explicit wait, implicit waits, right? So instead of doing that, this is what I said. We had overwritten our own waits. For an example of doing that is, see, instead of using the explicit waits, they said which is not good. I had created a small for loop. In that for loop, it will wait for a second, and it will. Okay, I think just a second. Not this one. Yeah. Okay, so it will wait for some time, and then it will do something like this. Okay. Wait, actually, yeah, this driver dot element dot is displayed. Yes. If it is displayed, it will give you. If it is not displayed, it will wait for 1 more second. It will come back. Or if the element is not present, it will throw an exception, and that will recover from there. Exception, I am not quitting it. I am giving back the control back. So it is like a
Finds it will go.
yes, it's a matured kind of writing a wait. So this is our own wait over the top of their weights. So now I can do it my own wait. That will all go to util functions. That's what I mean to say. So you need to write this as a part of framework.
But if suppose the element is not visible at all, like if it is, then it becomes indefinite. Okay.
10 seconds, 10 times, so 10 items it will do. That is also pre-configured, okay? All constants, okay? So, finally what I am saying is, till now, literally we haven't done anything. This is still we had planned our test written the usability. Did we actually write any code related to login, logout?
No.
That is what automation framework. See, or 2 hours I was talking about creating automation framework. First of all is the planning, second one is your analysis and design. You just complete the design phase. Now the actual login, driver.find.login we haven't. That will come in the implementation phase, which you already know. Implementation is nothing but after the framework is built. Now depending upon what test cases you want to automate, you write your code, go there, implement your functions. Okay. So Anit indirectly giving me induction that it is already 5:30. Can you please leave me? Okay. Okay. Anyway, so this is the document I will send you. Don't worry. So now the next thing is about your implementing the page objects. You already got a base page. Just writing a page object, actual page objects, actual methods, actual implementation. Okay, and then complete your testing. Okay. Interesting.